Hey guys, Dominique here. I don't have my cameras with me, but I am in the Super Solo for Pelco today, and I wanted to share that with you, even if it is a short video without multi-cameras and all of that stuff, because this is probably a vehicle that none of you have ever seen me in before, because it has been over 3 years since I drove this truck, and I just want to share it with you guys. This truck is a 2020 Kenworth T880 Super Solo, so it is a 7-axle Solo. And this truck actually was my last assigned truck when I worked for Pelco. It's a weird truck. It's definitely like a weird setup, especially because of the way our weight laws work versus, other places in the country. And just like in the first video where I talked about the Super Solo and I got a lot of negative comments like, oh, we haul 19,000 tons, or I'm just being hyperbolic, but we haul 21 tons on 4 axles or on a tri-axle. I get it. That's awesome. Our weight laws are a lot different than that. So on this truck, I can gross 82,000 pounds. That is with all 7 axles on the ground and up to pressure. And that is kind of a feat. It looks like a centipede, but I will definitely show you how everything works again real quick, give you a rundown so that you know. Here we are in the driver's seat of this T880. It's definitely like a fishbowl in here, just like most trucks.
Apparently that 7-ton last time was supposed to
So
be
that's
times 22, but they didn't say that.
Everyone's talking on the radio. But then we've got this doohickey that I hate, and the only reason I haven't taken it down is because I'm in here temporarily and I don't want to take the time to put it back up. But I literally spend all day grabbing this thing trying to keep it from swinging around. But, it is what it is. But okay, so the first thing we do when we're getting loaded here is we come over here to the PTO. It's on the dash. Because it's an automatic, all you have to do is flip the switch and it goes on. So we are getting loaded. So we got to lower the axle. We're gonna lower it down. You can see it going lower. We have to move it out of the way so that we can get loaded. I'm sure that's funny. So on this, you do have to click the up, like raise it up to get the beeping to stop. And that is super annoying, but it is what it is. Turn the PTO off. You can hear the PTO shut off. Very different. So now I'm just sitting in here. Maybe I should turn my radio back on. But I did call out to the loader and let him know that I am here. Now I'm sure people are gonna ask me why I'm not driving my truck, working for them. But basically things have been really slow, and I have been working here and there with my truck, but I've gotten to a situation where I called my old boss and I was like, hey, so I really need work for my truck. And he was like, I don't have anything I can give to you. And I was like, oh, that's lame. And we were talking about something else. He goes, wait. What would it take for you to be reinstated in the union? And I was like, I don't know. I think I just have to pay my dues. And he goes, do you want to come drive the Super? And I was like, I mean, yeah. Like, I need to work. Like, it would be nice to get at least something coming in. And he says, okay, well, find out if you can get reinstated in the union by tomorrow, and then I'll have you come drive the Super. So the thing is that if I didn't come drive the Super, if I just stayed home, they would have one of the mechanics drive the Super. So basically the work's going to get done either way. I either get to come do the work and get paid, or I can sit at home and twiddle my thumbs. And being out here in a truck is way better than sitting at home twiddling my thumbs in the middle of winter, especially when it's this nice out. It is so nice. So this is where we're at. I'm out here in the Super. I did not drive the Super yesterday because I was driving my own truck for myself, so that's how it's kind of working, is that if I find work for my truck, then I do that, and then if my old boss has a need for the Super and not a driver for it, he'll have me come, because Pelco did actually buy another truck, another side dump. So they've got the 2 side dumps now, and the 3 TNTs, the Super, and a vac truck. So they had the vac truck when I worked there, but not when I worked in the field. So, and a heavy equipment operator has to run the vac truck, I guess, which I don't really understand. But they were having the Teamsters run the vac truck, and the heavy equipment operators came in and were like, nope, that has to be a 302 member. So I don't know anything about that, so that's what they're doing now. Thank you so much. Okay. I'll wait for him to get out of the way so that, because I'm not sure where he's going, so I'm gonna...
Speed 11, lose 2 inch.
I released the brake and now I put it in drive and the automatic life, you know. So I'll see you guys on the other end. I'm gonna show you how it works to get on the road actually here before we leave the pit. So I turn the PTO back on because I don't drive with it on. I think that you hit a certain number of RPMs, it shuts off anyway. So I turn the PTO on first. The next thing I do is I start right here and I hit drop axle 3, drop axle 2, and then drop axle 1 is over here behind the steering wheel. So there we go. That means that all of the axles underneath the body are now on the ground, and I already clicked the PTO. And so then I can hit this button here to lower the max level. You can kind of see it in the mirror. And it does take a long time to go down. It goes down real slow. You want to be really careful with this thing. You can't back up with it on the ground, because if you do, it breaks it. So there's no backing up until you lift it off the ground. Okay, so it's all the way down. Yeah, then we gotta lift it up so that it doesn't keep beeping. Then we turn our PTO off, and you guys will be impressed. We got a tarp here. There we go. Out of focus tarp. Going. Okay, the load is covered. Perfect. Now we can actually get on the road to the job. I know you can't really see me and it's out of focus and stuff, but I'm just turning into the job here. And the first thing you have to do, and I will fully admit this again, the first day I ever drove this truck, I smashed the tarp bar. So the first thing you have to do when you come to the job site is to lift the tarp bar up, roll the tarp in. Okay, PTO is on, and you want to raise the rear axle up before you lift the drop axles in the center of the frame. Because I've heard of when you don't do it that way, you like do the lift axles first and still have the stinger down the back. that it can bend the frame. It's not guaranteed that it's going to bend the frame, but it could. Okay, so now I've got that axle up. I got a curl that's driving me nuts. Okay, now I'm gonna lift all of my drop axles. I'm not one to drive with PTO on, so I'll just shut it off until I get in there. So this job is really tight backing in at this angle. There's not, it's just like a lane and a half basically in and out in front of here. There's a fence right here that I'm trying to back around. I always reach for the shifter like it's gonna do something. Oh, we'll just pull up a little and realign ourselves. I know you just can't see what's going on. But backing downhill loaded with an automatic, I hate it. And the Jake brake's on. I have not been able to figure out how to get it to like be slower in reverse. So then I'm just stabbing the brake all the time. Okay. PTO back on. Tailgate open. We're level. Box up. So I do like to have it in drive so that I can pull forward because it is kind of a narrow spot, and the pile, if you do it in one pile, it spreads a lot because it's 25 tons. It also lifts real slow because if you over rev it, then it kicks the PTO off. Okay, cool. PTO off. You have to hold the handle down on this. I don't know if your guys' trucks, you have to hold the handle down. I think this is the only truck I've ever driven where you have to actually hold the handle down the whole time. Because like in my truck, if you just push it forward, it will stay forward and it'll continue to drop and you can let go. And so I'll like be out of the truck, back there cleaning my reach off before the box is all the way down. Okay, tailgate closed. Get the hard hat on. Fill out my paperwork real quick. This is my last load on this job. I'm gonna go to a different one after this. So I do have to turn in my tickets to the foreman here, but I don't see him around here anywhere. Tickets! Try not to trip on the grates here while I walk over to his truck. Okay, I got the tickets in there and I almost biffed it. I hate these things. Oh. Twist an ankle in one of them one of these days. I always gotta clean off this asphalt skirt because stuff always gets built up on it. And then this, and the pintle hitch. Okay, looks good. It's mostly just sandy now. Let's head to the next job and see what this day brings. Thank you guys so much for watching this quick video on the Super Solo. And if you're interested in going back and watching my old videos of the Super Solo, I will make a playlist and I will drop it in the comments below so it'll be easy for you to find. And yeah, so if you haven't yet, please subscribe and check out my merch, and I will see you guys next time.